Okay, so the beginning of the next generation has begun, and I have to say the first minute or so was fucking amazing. Like, I'm loving the dark vibes of the world that they're setting up for the future. The whole stuff that they hinted towards about Kawaki taking down Naruto and putting an end to the age of shinobi, like that shit is pretty fucking hype. And as upsetting as it may be, the possibility of the OGs of the franchise dying out, it really opens up the doors for both the anime and the manga of Boruto. It makes room for new character development, new ideals, new paths, new journeys. Like, I'm really looking forward to it. Not to mention Boruto's future character design looks dope as fuck. He seems like he's been through some real shit, and those curse marks that they had on their body, like I've never seen anything like that before. That's really intriguing. When we finally reach those episodes in the anime, it's definitely going to be fucking amazing. Like, that's definitely where the anime is going to reach its peak. But after all that, we went way back in time, like way back, to before Boruto even enrolled in the Ninja Academy, meaning that what we're seeing now predates both the Boruto movie as well as the manga. And I don't know how I feel about that, because then it kind of means that we're going to need to rerun through the Boruto movie stuff again. But the thing with this is, I guess it will kind of be for the better, because in the manga they changed up the ending of the movie quite a bit so that it would lead into the new series easier, as well as the fact that in the movie they didn't actually introduce Boruto's Byakugan at all. So they could use the anime as an opportunity to include the changes that they made in the manga, as well as correcting the Byakugan stuff. And it also kind of makes sense that they're starting this far back, because the manga is still a monthly thing, meaning that it wouldn't take long at all for the anime to catch up to it. So either they pad it out with a bunch of filler, or they do something similar to what the Dragon Ball Super anime is doing and just go off and do their own thing independent to the manga. Not gonna lie, I'd kind of prefer them to do what they're doing now and like add little bits of filler, because I kind of want the story to stay as true to the manga as possible, but it is what it is, I guess. But alright, let's get on to the rest of the episode. So we're introduced to all of the next generation again, but they did it in an extremely natural way without forcing the characters onto us and trying to make them feel immediately familiar to us. Like, they didn't go, oh, here's Shikadai, the son of Shikamaru, or anything like that. Like, they just let us form our own opinions on the characters regardless of who their parents are, as well as some new characters like Denki that we haven't actually seen before at all. He's an anime only character at the moment. And this episode did a really good job at reintroducing Boruto's character and making him more likable, because in the Boruto movie he was annoying as fuck. Like, it seemed that the only substance there was to his character was his daddy issues and the fact that he likes to cheat and take the easy way out of things. But this episode made him way more likable. It really toned down the complaining about Naruto. Like, it was still present, you could still feel that tension there, but it wasn't the be all and end all to his character. Maybe we'll see those feelings build up more and more as the series goes on until we reach the point that he was at in the Boruto movie, but who knows. It also shows us a bit more of Himawari. Like, her character is shown so little in everything. It was really good to see her here. Like, at the end of the day, she's Naruto's child as well, so I would like to see more of her. She should be a main character as well. Maybe not as central to the story as Boruto, because obviously this is his plot, but I would love to see her in it more. And it was interesting to find out that Boruto already has the power of his Byakugan, and these eyes are really different to any Byakugan I've seen in the series anyway. Like, it kind of gave me that Ido Tensei vibe. It was really weird, but in the manga it kind of seemed as though his eye was given to him by someone. The way he's got the scratch over his eye in the beginning of this episode looking like he'd been injured, and then he's got the Byakugan in only one eye, it seemed as though it was given to him, similar to how Kakashi's Sharingan was given to him by Obito. That's the theory that was going around for the longest time, but this episode kind of debunks that, and I hope he uses that throughout. Like, I hope he builds up his powers with that. I don't want to see him just using straight up shadow clones. That will get boring extremely quickly, especially seeing as Naruto used that so often in the last series. So yeah, overall I'd rate this episode an 8 out of 10. I love the animation, it was extremely good at some parts, and they did a great job at reintroducing the world and the characters, as well as setting the tone again. Like, we're already seeing sinister elements in the show, taking over people and clouding their judgment. It took the form of a snake, so I'm placing the blame on Orochimaru, but then again that could be way too obvious. And some things that we saw this episode really gave me faith for the fighting in the future. Obviously the first minute or so was amazing, but also the ends, like the little exchange between Konohamaru and Boruto, like the taijutsu that they showed off looked great, and that's something that I think the end of Shippuden lacked quite a bit, and I hope we get a lot more taijutsu in this series. Let me know what you guys thought of this episode in the comment section down below. Like the video if you did, and subscribe if you haven't already for more Boruto content in the future, and I'll see you guys in the next video. 1.